Guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yvonne and this is STICKYMESS17. My channel is all about cleaning, information, inspiration, and motivation. So I'd love to have you along with me. If you are interested, please consider subscribing, hit the like button and turn on your notification bell so you're notified every Wednesday and Sunday at 10 a.m. This is going to be a series, and as you can see, the first thing I'm doing is tackling the oven. This is when last did you clean? So the oven, I'm using the Astonish paste, a bowl of water, the e-cloth mesh pad, the e-cloth polishing cloth, as well as my turbo drill scrub pads. Everything is linked in the description box, as well as on my website stickymess17.co.uk. If you'd like to support my channel, you can subscribe, hit the like button and turn on the notification bells. You can also buy me a coffee if you like. My Ko-Fi account is linked down below. When I hit 2,000 subscribers, I am aiming to shave my head and donate the proceeds of the video to the Wales Air Ambulance and my hair to the Little Princess Trust. So please also follow me on Instagram. I am also on Patreon now, TikTok, and let's get this going. I am working in the sections of the oven, cleaning from top to bottom, and then I'm only using the Astonish paste and the e-cloth scrub pad. I'm going to use the e-cloth scrub pad with the Astonish paste all around the outside of my oven, inside the glass door. I'll show you how to, this I think is the Beko oven, and how you can remove the glass on the door as well. Don't forget to clean the top panel. Unfortunately, I've cut it off here, but you will see in a bit I also take the knobs off and clean the knobs. So be sure to do that, because you'll be amazed how much dirt is actually behind those knobs. So this is basically a straightforward real-time clean, basically so you can clean along with me. This series is going to be daily. There's going to be a new video, and it's going to literally be a real-time clean so that you can clean along with me, go step by step, because these are the sort of jobs that we put off. So hopefully this will give you a bit of motivation to get going. Now I'm just rubbing side to side in sections around the fan thing, and you'll be amazed how much dirt that fan area actually collects. So be sure to check it to clean it really, really well. The Astonish paste works incredibly well in the oven. Now, you've seen, if you've been with me for a while, that this is probably the third time in 6 months that I'm cleaning my oven. The reason I do it so often is to keep on top of it. We do basically use our oven 4 times a week maybe. Majority of the cooking is done in the slow cooker. But we've also got a tray at the bottom, which I don't really have much time for. It's a drip tray, but I do try and keep it clean. You can get oven liners, which is just like a Teflon sort of thing. They're very easy to clean as well. You can put that at the bottom. We're not too bothered about that because we've got the drip tray, and you'll see me really give that a good drill in a minute. This is the glass scraper that I'm using here. I'm just going to make sure that there's any bits at the bottom is lifted up with this glass scraper. It doesn't scratch it. This oven was gifted to us about 2 years ago. It literally cost us £3 for the bulb, and about £3 more for the Astonish paste, and about 3 hours of scrubbing. So I did manage to get it really good. But now I've used, I think was the last clean, I used the elbow grease oven in a bag thing. First time I've ever used a bag oven cleaner, and that really made a marked improvement on even what I cleaned with the Astonish paste. So if your oven is really bad, I suggest you get the what's it called, the elbow grease oven cleaner. Just make sure you wear gloves, because it is corrosive and it will burn your skin. I learnt that the hard way. Instead of reading in the packaging, I just thought, oh, I'm going to go and touch it for 2 seconds, and my arms burnt. Didn't do any damage, but it really stung. Now I'm using the Astonish paste on my glass. As you can see, my glass isn't actually that bad, but I'm just going to give it a little bit of a boost, and then I'm also going to scrape it down if I haven't done that already, and make sure, there we go, side to side, top to bottom, and just scrape off anything that may be on the glass. And I tell you what, it comes up super easily. using one of these glass scrapers. This is in my description box as well, and I think they're only about £3, and you got so many blades to replace if they do get damaged. So let's all be honest and real here. Who actually likes cleaning their oven? Leave a comment down below. I certainly don't, which is why I actually do it more regularly, so that it's not an absolute disaster and a nightmare to clean. How often do you clean your oven? I would say probably once every, depending how much you use it really. If you can do it once a month, fabulous. If you can use it after every clean, that is even better, because then it's literally just a wipe down. And I do try to do that, but I'll be honest, the oven's hot when you're finished with it, and you got to wait for it to cool down, and then you forget. So I do try and keep on top of it. Once every 6 months definitely is a job for me, but I do try and do it pretty regularly and keep it on top of it, and that way I can maintain how dirty it gets. Same as your microwave, if it does splatter, clean it up immediately once it's cool, obviously. My Patreon account is down in the description box, the link there. Patreon is a subscription, so you will have to pay for a subscription for it, but the videos will be going up on YouTube a day later than they will be on Patreon. So if you want to support the Patreon, please do. If you don't, then please do not make yourself in financial cause financial problems. Please, you know, that is if you wish to support my Patreon. I'm mainly trying to raise money through YouTube, so that is just a side thing. I will be doing probably lives on the Patreon as well, so if you want to support me on there, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. But then my link for that is in the description box as well. As you've just seen, I am using the kitchen cloth here to using the bucket of water that I've had. It's only like the food caddy, it has been through the dishwasher, and water, and I'm just wiping up any residue from the Astonish paste down the sides, down the back, and making sure I get it all up. And as you can see, my cloth isn't actually that dirty, considering there could smell something in there. That's why I smelled the cloth there. And I don't know if it was the Astonish paste or what, but I tell you what, it wasn't the most pleasant smell, but it wasn't the Astonish paste that was making the smell anyway. It was like an old stale food smell, but obviously my oven is clean, but for some reason it was really coming up today. Just going to wipe down any nooks, crannies, crevices, and get that all out. Now, another trick, once you've cleaned your oven, regardless of what chemicals you've used, or if you haven't used chemicals, you just use the e-cloths or anything else. Once you've cleaned your oven, make sure that you whack it up a full whack for about 10 to 15 minutes, just to burn off any residue that may be left in the oven. You can then let it cool down, give it another wipe out. I didn't film me doing this, but it just makes sure that no chemicals are left in the oven, and it will burn off. Now onto my glass. You've seen me scrape it, you've seen me scrub it, and I'm just using the e-cloth kitchen cloth here to wipe it down, get in those grooves, under the rubbers, under the seals, and then I'll take the vacuum. I didn't actually record that either. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. And vacuum in between the door and the actual oven. Make sure you get under those seals. You'll be surprised how dirty they get, even though the food is not really in contact with that. So just carrying on wiping the oven out, and you'll see what the end result is in a minute. Also, another thing I do is take the trays once they've been washed, you know, the shelves, and stick them in the dishwasher, and that gets rid of any residue from any cleaning products that I may have used in my oven. I haven't got the stainless steel cloth, but what I did do very lightly was use the kitchen cloth on the silver chrome trim on the top above my head there. I have found when I first got the oven, if you scrub too hard, sometimes the writing will lift off of the oven, you know, the dials, telling you the temperatures and that. So I rub it down very gently, and then I wipe it down with a polishing cloth, and as you can see, the polishing cloth has really made that sparkle. Now if you want to get between the glass on this oven here, this bit just pulls straight off. There is a little clip, and you'll see me fighting with it in a minute when I get it back on. Now as you can see, the weight of the glass is keeping the door open, so I'm putting my foot on the door, and I'm just going to use the polishing cloth to clean up any dirt in between. There wasn't a lot of dirt, there was a few smears. But another little trick that you can use to clean the glass in between is use some rinse aid from your dishwasher on like a paper towel, and that will give it an amazing sparkle and take away any streaks. The polishing cloth doesn't leave streaks. Highly recommended for anything steel, stainless steel, glass, windows, everything. Even your glasses that you put in your face, the polishing cloth is amazing. Now I'm just trying to figure out, I've literally taken it off in real time, as you've seen there, 30 seconds ago, and I just can't figure out how this thing goes back on. But there is actually 2 clips at the bottom on the actual door, and there's like a pin on the plastic bit that I'm holding, and that just pushes straight in and it clips in. You'll see here, I'll take it off now. I'll have a look where the pins are, make sure I've got it in the right way around. There's the pins, and then I figured it out and I just clip it straight back on, and it's done. Let me know also in the comments, would you like to see more on this series? I am going to do things like washing the curtains, doing the washing machine, cleaning the dishwashers, all the sort of stuff that we forget to do. But I'm going to do sort of real-time cleans. There's going to be one a day to give you some motivation. Now, as you can see, I've pulled the knobs off, and you can see how disgusting they are. So I'm just taking the e-cloth, kitchen cloth, and wiping them down all the way around inside the bits that hold it onto the actual oven. And you can see on my actual oven there is dirt lingering underneath. So again, I'm going to wipe that down very gently with the kitchen cloth, and then I'm also going to use the polishing cloth just to polish it up. Now I'm doing it very gently as not to remove the markings that I've just mentioned. I'm sorry, we're doing these full voiceovers are really tiring, and I'm so out of breath. So that's that wipe down. I'm going to use a polishing cloth and just clean up any smears that are there, and then I'm going to push these buttons back on. Most of the time the buttons just pull off and push back on. Be careful you don't break them. If you're having any problems pulling them off, they probably have another way, maybe a tiny little screw or something to get them off. So these just push on, push off. Does make cleaning it so easy. Now I'm attacking the outside of the door and the trays. I've just wiped it down with the polishing cloth. The first thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of soda crystals. I think I used about 1.5 scoops in there. Let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then I came back with my drill and my scrub pads. Again, both are linked in the description box. The drill is about £30, comes with 2 batteries, rechargeable, obviously cordless, and the scrub pads are about £16 for a set. Now that, as you can see, was 1 drill and just soda crystals, and look at the dirt coming straight off of that. That is disgusting. This is my drip tray. It doesn't get a lot of love, I'll be honest. It just sits at the bottom of the oven. Now I'm using Barkeeper's Friend in the drill, and then I use the glass scraper with the Barkeeper's Friends just to get up any hard bits at the bottom of the tray. When using the glass scraper on something like this, like a pan, make sure that it is completely flat at all times, because if it's at an angle, you will dig into the coating on the pan. Now I'm just rinsing it off, and once I'm finished that, I'm going to start on the grills, you know, the trays, the shelves. Again, I'm using the e-cloth scrub pad, and I'm going to use some Barkeeper's Friend. You'll be amazed how easily they come off. I was trying to show you there, but it just wasn't picking up. You can use the like elbow grease oven cleaner, stick them in the bag, and you'll be amazed at the results the next morning. But 1, I didn't have any in the house. 2, I couldn't be bothered with that. And 3, my oven's not that dirty. It did take a little bit of physical elbow grease to get the shelves clean, and I did cheat a little bit with the drill to get in between where the shelves meet the surround of the shelves. But that's the only reason I use the drill there is because the last time I did it, it gobbled up my e-cloth scrub pad, and this is a brand new one, it's about a week old, so I didn't want to ruin that, you know, the scrub pad. So I just used the drill with some Barkeeper's Friend and cleaned that up. Once again, once these are all scrubbed down and nice and clean and sparkling and there's no marks on them, these will be going into the dishwasher on the top rack. I just throw all the racks together, and then I put the drip tray thing at the bottom, put it on a hot wash. I think mine is about 2 hours and 9 minutes or 2 hours and 19 minutes, and just let that wash, and it's another job done. Whilst I was using the drill when I was doing the drip tray, I moved the drill slightly, and it sprayed my entire kitchen. It made such a mess, and as it was dark, I thought I'd cleaned it all up last night, but when I came down this morning, yeah, literally everything in my kitchen is disgusting. My floor is white from the bits on the Astonish paste. I did clean it with the e-cloth mop. I didn't obviously vacuum first because my floor was soaking wet. And just to give it a bit of a clean up, you can see where I actually mopped it properly. But I will be going down in a bit and go and clean my kitchen. So I think the next video that you will see will be probably curtains and car seats. When last did you clean your curtains and car seats? And I've got a few tips and tricks regarding the car seats. Now that my dishwasher is done, this is a lot later. I'm in my pajamas, excuse the Sunday best. This is the drip tray. It's going to go straight at the bottom, and then it has actually got like a grill rack that I'll put inside it. I wasn't too bothered about cleaning that, so it is clean, but it's not like sparkling like the actual shelves where we put things like pizza and food directly on the shelves. Another trick, when you put your oven trays back in, make sure that the bits that stand up are actually at the back of the oven facing up, and this is to stop anything falling off the back of the shelf. So there you go, there's my oven, nice and clean, nice and sparkly. And I'll be honest, in total it took about 50 minutes excluding the 2 hours in the dishwasher, but as you can see it is nice and clean, nice and sparkly. And I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you're notified every Wednesday and Sunday at 10 AM when I upload a new video, and to support the Wales Air Ambulance.